Welcome to the Texas A&M Agriculture Law YouTube channel. I'm Tiffany Lashman. Today I want to highlight a couple of great podcast episodes we just released on protesting property taxes. So if you are a Texas property owner, whether that's rural like ranch or farmland, or you have a house in town, it is the season for your property tax statements to come from your appraisal district. So in the next month or so, everybody needs to be on the lookout for a notice of appraised value coming in your mailbox from the county appraisal district. This is really important. It is not your tax bill. That won't come until the fall, sometime usually in October. But what it is it's the notice to you of what value the county appraisal district is going to use in calculating your tax bill. Here's the kicker. If you want to protest that value, the deadline to do that is now. It's going to happen now. You can't wait until October when you see the bill to file a protest. So heads up to everybody. The statements usually come out sometime in March or April in the mail. And the deadline to protest is either May the 15th or 30 days from the date when the notice was sent. Make sure you pay attention to that deadline and that you don't miss it. In the podcast episode, our guest is Dr. Blake Bennett, and he and I talk through how to read your property tax statement. What should you be looking for? What things should you be checking to make sure are correct? Things like, is the ownership of the property listed correctly? Do you have all of the exemptions that you think you should be entitled to? Did your notice of appraised value, did that appraised value increase from last year to this year? So all of that we cover in part one of our podcast episodes. Then in part two, Blake and I sit down and really talk through what to look for when you're deciding whether to protest those taxes. So I think a lot of times when we think about that, people really focus on, the market value of the property. What did I pay for it? What would it sell for? We would really encourage folks to also think about looking for evidence of inequitable appraisals. And so we talk through what that means. We tell you where you can go look for evidence of values of similar properties and what you can pull and use in that protest process. We also talk about the importance of the condition of the home and how that's going to be listed by the appraisal district and how you can use that to protest as well. So like I say, lots of information. We know this is something that's important for so many property owners across the state of Texas. Please check out those two podcast episodes on our Ag Law in the Field podcast. We'll link to them in the show notes below.